All right.
Sitting at 1 under the card in a share of the lead.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just didn't drop. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Currently 1 under for the tournament.
So close.
And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You've got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
That's a good-looking shot there. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. Ooh, right by the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard.
I'm at the top of the leaderboard.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Gee, I think they've got the handle of this game, Rich. Fairways and greens.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now leading by 1 shot. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Nicely done. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. This has eyes for the hole. And another one goes.
Oh, beautiful.
And with that, he'll move to 4 under par.
Absolutely beautiful.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Playing from around 190 yards out. Currently leading by 2. Getting ready to play their third. This would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, so close. And the putt drops, now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
And just with the slimmest of leads out there, Luke, this will be interesting to see how they handle the pressure.
That a boy, good shot. Rich, good chance to get this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot. Needs a little ground help to the left.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
This is a par putt. A bit long on that one. Just a 4-footer remaining.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Currently 2 under for the event. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole.
Final hole for the
predominantly by the great Tiger Woods
Invitation.
But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
And here we are with the third shot.
He leads the field by a stroke.
It's all come down to this. A putt for the title.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
All right, for the championship. Oh, cut it.
That's frustrating. Oh my, that would have won the event.
Yeah, that's a huge disappointment for that player.
And with that, Rich, this one's actually going to extra holes.
Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Cannot wait. Was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
Well, let's begin this sudden death playoff for the championship.
Oh, let's get into this. I can't wait.
It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
This player had a bogey here in regulation. Can't afford another one.
That was wonderfully done. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Getting ready to play their third. It's always hard to see. Someone had to lose today, and unfortunately for this player, it was them.
Well, unfortunately, my dog interfered in the last hole, so fantastic.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
That would be me in front of Tiger. Yes.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam here at the Stadium Course TPC Sawgrass. And Rich, this golf course hits you right between the eyes from the opening hole.
Opening tee shot, 426 yards, par 4 for the back tees. It's a very strange angle for the tee shot. Fairway tilts from left to right, where the tee box faces you from right to left. So you really have to hit an opening cut shot off the tee to give yourself the best option of finding the fairway here. Misses out to the right or left, leaves a very awkward angle to a green that sits up above you, but also slants pretty severely from left to right.
Well, I'm looking forward to today, that's for sure. Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway.
Penny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Great shot. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Oh, just missed. No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. He's in a share of 7th place. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Well, safe on the surface. Maybe it's time to hole a long-range bomb. This putt coming up is for birdie. Bit too heavy-handed there. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet. Okay, steady now.
Putting for a bogey.
And that putt will drop. Well done. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
How close was that to going down? That was pretty straightforward. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Well, the 4th is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This 4th can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Sitting at +1. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Oh, nice looking putt. And that's for a bogey. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, the par 4 5th. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Looking great now.
That'll sting a bit. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now 7 shots behind after that. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Straight out of the top draw.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Oh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Currently at +1 for the day. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left. Second shot out to the right. Sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead. Big feet to the cup. Ooh. An opportunity to make their par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Now 5 strokes behind. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
That's disappointing. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Such soft hands.
He finds himself in a share of 13th. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Oh, that was pure. Trying to get to even par with this putt. It was on a good line. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. A bogey putt awaits. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
A couple over now, heading towards the stretch. A good chance to fight back. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
And in it goes. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Needs to make a move soon. Well, if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. There's just one more to play.
There's one final test, the second shot at 18. Water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie, but par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC Sawgrass.
Top 10, Rich, not to be sneezed at.
No, top 10s are always good. Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. Luke Helvey here alongside Rich Beam. We find ourselves in the wonderful state of Florida, and in particular the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort Ridge. This is a strong golf course.
This certainly is home of the famous Snake Pit on 15, 16, and 17. I got to say, this golf course is always played one of the toughest on the PGA Tour, and for good reason. You have to shape your shots both ways, off the tee and into the green as well. It is a massive challenge.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. Playing from around 230 yards. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, well played.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Appears to have overcooked this one. 9 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, how about that one?
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Now checking in on the standings, they're currently tied for first place with Justin Thomas.
Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
This looks to be heading to the green. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Ooh, right by the hole.
An opportunity to make a par here.
That's tracking. Nicely holed. And for par.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in second place, behind Jon Rahm.
The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And down it goes. He's currently just in second place. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3. Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And in it goes for the par.
The Spaniard Jon Rahm currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snap.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Well, that should find the bunker. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. This is their 5th shot. Only 2 shots off the pace. Ooh, that almost went down. Very crafty, that shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Currently 1 under for the event. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Going with the 6-iron here. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Oh, so close.
Well, it's a bit disappointing. A par putt on the table.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
Jon Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole.
Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
That was a gallant attempt. And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard.
Going with the 5-wood. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
That's frustrating. Par putt coming up here.
And after a quick glimpse at the scoreboard, they're in second, behind Jon Rahm.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
Second shot here on the 9th.
But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. A 7-footer right here.
This is what they have left for par.
Just hammered that through the line.
Yeah, you'll take that.
And with that, he's back to even overall.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it.
These are on rails, looking good.
That one goes down for bogey.
Trailing by 4 strokes. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely, I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Well, you like the look of those hands.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. This hole is a par 5.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
This one heading towards the green.
Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. And with that now, back to level par.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Going with the 7. And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
A bit short with that effort.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
This one for bogey.
And the putt drops, now 1 over, heading down the stretch.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Quality shot, that one. And this is a mighty performance. Look at the player creeping up the leaderboard at just the right time.
We expected to see someone come out of the pack to contend for this title. This player is doing just that.
Yeah, good mid-range putt, this one. Right on 17 feet. Just didn't drop. And this one is for his par. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
11 feet left to the hole. Oh, just missed.
A par putt awaits. It looks like he pushed that one.
And this one will be for bogey. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Oh, that was mashed.
Time for the second shot on the 18th.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Well played, mate. And this putt for a final score of 72. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Round now in the books. Good luck next time. Well, sad to see this comeback just come up a little bit short of success, but it was awesome to see them make a move.
Luke, always fun to watch a player get hot in the final round. Unfortunately, didn't continue all the way through, not getting the victory, but still lots of positives on the day.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Coy.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
Time now for the fourth shot. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Ooh, right by the hole. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Yep, you'll take that. And that ensures that he's back to even par now.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Okay, that'll work. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. No, that's too bad. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. A bit long on that one.
Just can't seem to get off the bogey train here, Rich.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
Oh, so close. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
They've got this putt to tie Justin Rose.
Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Trying to get back to even par with this putt.
If they sink this putt, they'll pull ahead of Justin Rose. Let's see if they can ramp up this rivalry.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Oh, that's a clutch par. He finds himself currently tied for 12th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, that's a handy shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Ouch, that hurts. Big putt for par coming up.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
He's currently in a share of 11th place.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
And he needs this to save par. And there it is.
And he dances his way into the top 10 after that delightful shot. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
This hole is a long par 5.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that.
Second shot here on the 8th. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 3 strokes off the lead.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Yeah, nicely played. Let's move 1 step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Look at the old hammer hands putt. Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
That will work. Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back.
From around 180 yards out. Just 3 strokes back. Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 back from the leader.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for bogey. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
These rivals, there's nothing between them, is there? It's been entertaining so far. I'm interested to see how they attack the back 9 and who, if either of them, comes out on top.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Unable to find the green on this one.
And coming up well short.
And here we are with their 4th.
4 shots behind our leader.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
Sitting at 3 over. Wow, that was handy holing out from there.
And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Oh, yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Finds himself in a share of 7th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 strokes behind our leader.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, Rich, think they're going to make this one?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Wow, that's misjudged.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot
must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And here we are with the 3rd shot. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
And as the putt drops, 2 over, heading down the stretch. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3, great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any.
That dog will hunt.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 17th.
Yeah, that one will play. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Well, that'll play.
He's currently sitting in 7th place.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway.
Second shot here on the 18th hole. Oh, absolutely flushed.
Now just 1 over par. Currently 7th place.
And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And with that putt, that'll bring his tournament to a close.
Another great event. No victory ultimately for this player, but at the end of the day, they're not really concerned because they were able to take down the great Justin Rose.
Absolutely. This player threw down their gauntlet this week to Rosie and beat him. It doesn't feel great sometimes to beat Rosie because he's such a nice guy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Congratulations to this player on their success. I can't wait to see what they do next on the PGA Tour.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And Rich, I'm ready to get stuck into it, so let's go right into this opening hole.
It's absolutely spectacular setting here. First hole really gets your attention in a hurry. Just 456 yards, which is not long by modern day standards, but I'd say with lots of trouble right with two deep bunkers. You miss a little left, you're gonna find some trees. The green is protected by one bunker in front of it, but other than that, it's a pretty gentle second shot, but with lots of runoff areas around this green. Par's a good opening score.
Certainly excited to see how today plays out, Rich.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is important. Big par putt here.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walked the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens. Make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
And that's the line in the sand.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
This one looking really good.
And he holds it. What a putt. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
As we head now to the par 5 next. Not a bad line, this one. Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues of this player not making it to the Tour Championship. I'd safe to say they're going to go ahead and move on.
A chance to move into first place on the leaderboard. Like the look of this one. Super shot, that. And that's going to hoist him into first place. Leading by a shot after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. That's some good golf right there.
And he's down there.
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. This one's for birdie.
Starting to look really good.
Well, that's an early statement right there.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left, but if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more difficult to get it close.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
And that will take him to 4 under. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Gives a good chance to maintain the momentum. After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Time for the second shot at the 8th. Handy effort, that one. A chance to move to 5 under par. Was on a good line. That's disappointing. And down it goes.
Lydia Ko coming off a birdie on her last hole, and that will take her to 2 strokes off the lead.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
The wind is at their back on this one.
This one's bunker bound. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
And in she goes. That's a good save.
And that'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from the bunker, in for the birdie. Good job.
Ooh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. And a quality shot, that. A good chance to move to 6 under par here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Oh, what a stroke.
That gets the job done.
And after that hole, leading Patrick Cantlay by a couple of strokes. We have a par 3 on this one. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Yeah, that was a safe play.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
The dreaded shove. Always hurts on the greens. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. And after that hole, you've built a 2-shot buffer over Patrick Cantlay. The 12th hole here at Lone Grove Golf Club, 543 yards, par 5.
Again, no bunkers off the tee shot here, Luke, though, but anything missing out to the right or even far left, you're just going to have all kinds of problems. Second shot down the hill to a green that's surrounded by water in the front, bunkers both left and right. I love this golf course. I love the beauty of it, but I got to say, it is a really difficult course.
Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Still in the lead now after that hole. Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle. Come on, you're better than that.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Chance to move to 8 under here. Oh, this looks pure. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. And that will take him to 8 under. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Time for the second shot at the 14th. That's nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now 5 shots up after that hole. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up this one, hitting into a downhill green. They might be taking a bit less club here.
Not bad. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Solid par putt, that.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Is that what they had in mind?
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That's well holed. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Nicely done. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And now that finds him in first place. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Oh, well done. From around 170 yards here. Needs this to kick a bit left. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last. It's all come down to this. Make this putt and win the event. Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Nance once said, they're now rich and famous.
I gotta say, that was an incredible statement by the great man and bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
And I got to give props to my boy in the booth, Rich Beam. I think you picked this one at the start of the week, didn't you?
Luke, it wasn't a difficult pick, let's be honest. This player has been consistent all season long. Getting the victory, no surprise whatsoever. Really good stuff.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
you.